Hello, welcome to my March TBR. Now you'll notice as this video progresses that I am in a different angle, different clothes and just different everything. That is because I filmed my TBR. I thought I uploaded everything. I deleted all the footage off my phone and then when I went through I had deleted this first intro bit. So it's now me, editing Jenny, refilming this intro bit. Luckily it was only the first part, so it's fine. Anyway, welcome to Jenny's Jenga. This is my TBR game that I played for the first time last month, and this is how I pick just 5 priority TBR reads for the month. I've got quite a lot of books that I need to read this month, which I'm going to try and squeeze in. But the rules for my game are fairly simple. I'll have a Jenga tower, and each brick has got a colour and a number on it. The colours correlate to a genre. I'll pop this all up here, and the numbers correlate to a prompt. I pull out 5 bricks, and for each brick I have to complete the prompt in the specific genre. If I can't get a book in that genre, then I add a pull. At the end of the month, if I haven't read all 5 of the books that are on my TBR, the following month I add in 5 destabilising pulls. They're not prompts, they don't count for anything, they literally just destabilise the tower. So I've got to start off with how I did last month. So for the 5 books on my TBR, I'm going to just make my own life difficult and put them all up here because I don't know, I've put all of the books away now. I had on my TBR Artemis Fowl, which I read, Dear Child, which I read, The Pale Dreamer, which I read, The Familiars, which I did not read, and something else. I read it anyway. I'm going to just stick the picture up here. I do not for the life of me remember what the 5th book on my TBR was. That's so bad. Anyway, I read 4 out of the 5 books. I didn't read The Familiars. I have no intention of picking up The Familiars now in the last 2 days of the month either. So I am taking the punishment and just doing 5 pulls to kind of destabilise my tower before I start actually playing the game properly. So now on to past footage and replay the game. Hi, so I have got my tower here. Now I'm going to start off with the 5 destabilising pulls because I didn't read The Familiars last month. Except these don't actually count for anything. They are not prompts. They are literally just... Oh, no, like you. They are just there purely to destabilise the tower. So 2, 3, they're all middle blocks. That I feel is never a very good thing. There's another middle. 4, 5. Okay. Pull number 1 for prompt number 1. I'm going to see if I can get that one there. So this is Red 29. That is a middle grade with a map. I have got a middle grade on my priority TBR. Let me see if there is a map. No. Right. I'm going to go and hunt for a middle grade with a map. My middle grade for a map with a map. Slightly twisting my prompts here. I'm going with Pages and Co, Tilly and the Map of Stories, because it literally has the word map in the title. I can't see an illustrated map in here, like not at the beginning or anything, but it has the word map in the title, therefore features a map. So book number 1. Okay, prompt number 2. There's one that will come. That is Purple 41. Okay, Purple 41 is a non-fiction, historical or a classic by an author from South America. Now I actually think I can do this. Bear with. Okay, so prompt number 2 was a non-fiction, historical fiction or a classic by an author from South America. And I'm going with The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho. Coelho? I can't pronounce his name. Paulo Coelho is from Brazil, I believe. No, don't jump down here, Bella. And I would say this is a classic. So that is going on my TBR, and I'm quite happy about that one because it's quite small. So prompt number 3, you can't see because it's out of shot, but I have got a very, I'm going to just take it, very dodgy looking one at the bottom, bloody hell, which is Red 15. That's another middle grade. I don't really want this many middle grades, and that is a middle grade with an odd page count. Let me check if this one is. So I'm saying yes. I'm going with Rooftoppers by Catherine Rundell because I need to read this one for work. The last numbered page is 324, but there are words on the next page, which is 325, which is the final page of the book. So odd page count. I am taking it. That counts. Don't come at me. And that is now time for pull number 4. Got one coming here. Bella, I don't like you being there. Okay, this is Yellow 30. Okay, Yellow 31 is a fantasy or sci-fi that I have on NetGalley. I don't have any of those on NetGalley. I'm going to go with Godkiller by Hannah Kaner. Clearly I have the physical as well. This is the Illumicrate edition, but I also have Godkiller on NetGalley, which I just haven't read. So this is going to be my 4th book. I haven't got to any of the big books in the pile of books that I need to read. Okay, final prompt number 5. I'll go with that one there. Is Yellow 17. So that is another, oh, that's a fun one. That's another fantasy or sci-fi, and it's a Bracken pick, which means I need to go downstairs and get Bracken to pick me a book. Because it is, Bella, a fantasy or sci-fi, I'm going to pick 2 of the books that I have to read next month, and I'm just going to find a fun one. What else would I like to read next month? Oh, I don't have, like, we're going to have a stand-in for the 3rd one because I don't have the book. So my 3 options are going to be The Bone Season, The Wheel of Time, The Great Hunt. These 2 I have to read. And Girls of Fate and Fury, which is the 3rd book in the Girls of Paper and Fire series. I don't own I have it on NetGalley, but I don't own Girls of Fate and Fury physically. So I'm just going to put this one here in as a stand-in. And I'm going to go downstairs and get Bracken to pick some books for me. Okay, I've got my 3 books here on the floor. It's going to let Bracken out of her crate. She's going straight over. Oh, good girl. I'm going for the Bone Season. Good girl. You're going to have the other ones then. Go on then. Good girl. So she's picked the Bone Season. Going to enjoy that one as well. Good girl. Hey, good girl. Right. Bone Season it is. Okay, so Bracken picked between these 3 books for me, and she chose The Bone Season. Thank you very much, my little puppy. So these are going to be my Jenga TBR, which I feel is very manageable. I've got a couple of middle grades, a short story. Godkiller is also very short. The Bone Season is probably the one that I'm most intimidated by, just purely because I've actually read it before and I didn't love it. So we'll see. But that is my Jenga TBR. Now let's add on all of the other books that I have to read. So, Wheel of Time, The Great Hunt. It's part of the Wheel of Time along. I also need to read Guild and The Vintage Shop of Second Chances. They are both for work. I'm just going to pop that one down at the bottom. so it fits. And I have got, I don't have these ones physically, so I'm just going to put in placeholders, but I have got, again, Rachel, I'll Never Forget You, and Business or Pleasure, which again are all books for work that I have to read. So my TBR now looks slightly larger. I am also planning on taking part in final book support group this month, so I did want to try and get on some final books. So I'm happy that I got on Pages & Co, because that will finish off that series, and I have got a few like continuation stations, but the majority are not final books, so there are going to be some final books I do want to squeeze on as well. And I think, no, that isn't it? There's more. I need to find the other ones. Okay, so the other books that I had forgotten to add on. I was meant to read Percy Jackson and the Sea of Monsters this month, and I haven't yet got to it. I'm going to try and get to it this weekend, but if I don't, it will be going on. So it's going to just be an aside. I also wanted to read the second book in the Keepers of the Lost City series this month, which is Exile. Again, this one is probably going to roll over if I haven't got to it this month, which I don't think I will. So he can actually go on the TBR. And then finally, as part of the Olympian Along, it'll be the next book in the series, which is Percy Jackson and the Titan's Curse, which will be the March book to read. So she's going on there as well. With the final book support group, I'm decided that I'm taking part in the Bear Claw camp. So there are 5 prompts, well there's 6 prompts, but one is a self-care prompt. So the 5 reading prompts, we've got a final book, which is out of shot, but I'm going to go with Pages & Co. Colour wheel. I just spun my colour wheel and I will just pop that up here, there probably somewhere. And I got the colour purple. Now I'm looking at it, that is not purple. I've got this massive pile of books and not a single one of them has got purple on the cover. The only book that I can see, like obviously with purple on the cover, is All Your Perfects by Colleen Hoover. I don't want to read that. Oh, colour wheel for final book support group with purple. I'm going to put on The Box in the Woods. This one is going to be potentially swapped out. I have got a load of other romance books that I am going to try to get to if I can. And because some of these ones, I don't have the book physically yet, I don't know if they have any purple on them. So this one is potential. For a light cover, I'm going with The Bone Season because it's mainly white. For a big book, Wheel of Time, because she is chunky. And then the final prompt for the Bear Claw is Dark and Dangerous. So for that one, I might go with God Killer, which is hidden down at the bottom. So now my TBR, if I can lift it, looks like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 books. Yeah. That's totally doable, right? Am I being over ambitious? 100% yes. Yes, I am. Yeah. So, that's my TBR for March. Please send help. I have a lot of reading to do. I'm also going on holiday this month, so that will go one of two ways. I'll either get loads of reading done, or I'll be taking my Kindle and actually reading probably none of these. So, because it's at the end of the month as well, which is always the difficult time. But I'm going to put that one down a bit safely now. Thanks for tuning in and watching my video. If you liked it, please leave me a comment, like down below and subscribe. That would be fantastic. And if you don't want to leave me a comment, just leave me the book stack emoji. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.